Hi Aries, this is your reading for September. The two readings are combined. The first cards on the top, the Witch's Tarot, are going to be for your personal relationship, so love-related messages only. The cards underneath from the Herbal Tarot are general messages. So apply it to whatever area of your life you feel that it fits, okay? But please remember to never make a reading fit your circumstances, okay? You will know if it's your story or not. I've also pulled a Psychic Tarot card and a card from the Destiny cards. So, Aries, let's start with your personal relationships. The card at the centre, Ace of Cups. Now, bear in mind, there's only one cup here. We haven't got the Two of Cups. Now, this cup is overflowing with feelings, emotions, and love. Is this how you are feeling about yourself, Aries? Is this how you are feeling about your partner? The Ace of Cups is a new beginning in our emotions and feelings, a change. So, is there somebody around you that has created this change? Have you met somebody new? Or, as I said, is it about yourself, self-love, which is very important? Or is it about an existing relationship? Up here we have another ace, another new beginning. We have the Ace of Wands. So this is passion, that spark being lit. It is the most passionate card in the tarot. The thing with the Ace of Wands is there's no guarantee. We don't know how things are going to go. But there's excitement with this card. As I said, passion, fire. So, you know, the Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands here. New passions, new feelings and emotions. Obviously, that can happen within an existing relationship, especially if there's been difficult times. You may very well be coming through to better times now. The card next to the Ace of Wands is the Page of Pentacles. Notice how large this pentacle is, suggesting a message coming through of importance, of significance. Because the page can be messages coming through. And the pentacle, is to do with the practical, the material aspects. You know, but whatever messages are coming through, whether it's from an existing relationship or a new relationship starting, it's going to be of importance. It could suggest, if this is a new relationship, that this relationship is going to be of great significance to you. Next to it, we have the High Priest. Now, the High Priest can talk about marriage. Maybe for some of you, you're going down that road. The High Priest also can talk about a father figure, somebody we would turn to for advice. It can talk about a spiritual person. It can talk about getting in touch with our spirituality a little bit more. Is it that you're in a relationship that's leading to marriage and you're consulting, somebody from the church? Also, the High Priest, if we look at the card, there's two large keys in the front, which can talk about unlocking the truth. When we unlock the truth, we get freedom. But is this unlocking the truth to how we feel, to how important this relationship is, or how important it has an opportunity of becoming. Here we have the Nine of Pentacles. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is a card that talks about success. How the lady in the card has become successful, but she's done that off of her own back, off of her own hard work. So, Aries, see, I kind of feel really that for a lot of you, this reading is talking about a new relationship. So for those of you in an existing relationship, I don't feel I've got your message this month in September. I feel that Nine of Pentacles is there suggesting that you as a single person, as an individual, are successful. You know, you've got your home, you've got your work, your career, your finances. I feel that, you know, the only thing that may be lacking or missing is a relationship. And sometimes when the Nine of Pentacles shows up, it can talk about that single person who is successful in all areas of their life and now is maybe ready to share that. Next to the Ace of Cups, we have the Three of Pentacles. Now, with the Three of Pentacles, in the Rider-Waite Tarot, there's three people. You have the craftsman, but you have the couple who have made the plans to give to the craftsman. So the Three of Pentacles is a card that can talk about teamwork. It can talk about two people who are on the same page, making the same plans, or two people that have the same goals and plans. Down the bottom, we have the Four of Cups. So this is boredom. This is that blah feeling. Is this how you've been feeling emotionally, Aries? If you've been single, maybe work, home, friendships are all going well, but maybe for you there may be something lacking emotionally. Something that friendships and family members are not able to provide. But with that Ace of Cups being there, we could see that there's going to be a change in that. Next to it, the Six of Pentacles. So give and take. Very important in any relationship. If either one of those starts to tip on the scale, then we start to have problems. So making sure that we have continued give and take. And I think that is something that's going to be of importance to you in any relationship that you may enter into. The final card is the Chariot, victory, being in the driving seat. But head and heart need to be on the same page, Aries, okay? Also, the Chariot can talk about, you know, as I said, forward movement. It could talk about travel. If you're entering a new relationship, are you going to go on vacation with each other? Is it that this person you meet is at a bit of a distance to you, that you may need a car journey to meet this person? Or maybe a little bit further. This part of the reading feels very positive, Aries, and I do feel that it's more talking about those of you who have been single, may have been single for some time, and it may be, although there's no court card here, But it may be that there is an opportunity in September to cross paths with somebody. But it may be for some of you that you're happy being single, that you are successful. And at this moment in time, you want to focus on creative endeavors in your life, your work. That is a possibility here for some of you as well. The Three of Pentacles, the craftsman, focusing on work, creating. So keep that in mind as well. But either way, positive reading there, Aries. So we're going to move on now to the general part of your reading, which, as I said, can be about any area of your life. Now, I found in the other readings that I've done for the other signs that there are repeating cards. When those appear, just keep them in mind, because the message could be a little bit more intensified, a bit more important, if you like. So let's scan through. So you've got two repeating cards. You've got the Nine of Pentacles and you've got the Ace of Wands, okay? Both repeating. So both of those messages important. At the centre though, we've got the Nine of Wands. So this is about having been through conflict, issues, arguments, battles. You've come out the other side. Yes, you may be showing a few battle scars, feeling a bit of battle weary. But nonetheless, you've survived those arguments, those issues, that conflict. The thing with the Nine of Wands is you're holding one of the wands because you're expecting that there may be further issues down the line. So this time, forewarned is forearmed. And Eight of the Wands you're using as a barrier. So you may have your barriers up. You may have built up a bit of a brick wall, a coat of armour if you like, as a form of protection. Again, as I said, this can be about any area of your life. Up here, you have the Nine of Swords. So this is overthinking, worrying about something, maybe not being able to sleep at night, having the same fear or worry going around in your head. The only problem with the Nine of Swords is when we're in this state, we can make things seem far worse than they actually are. But the thing I always keep in my mind with the Nine of Swords is that the next card is the Ten of Swords. Now, we don't have that here in front of us, but we know that the Ten of Swords is intense pain. But the Nine of Swords overall is about overthinking. Next to it, we have the Four of Swords. There's three swords up here, which can suggest heartbreak, sadness. Maybe some of you have already gone through that, okay? Because to get to the four, we had to have come from the three. But if you are worrying, overthinking, stressing out about something, then you're certainly going to feel mentally stressed and mentally drained, which is what we have with the Four of Swords. So needing some time, okay? Here we have the Five of Pentacles. Now, this can touch on financial hardship. It's never permanent. So it may just be, Aries, that this row up here is talking about how there may have been some financial difficulties. Maybe money has been a bit tight, or is going to be a little bit tight. But it may be that you've been worrying about your finances, stressing about money. Maybe an element of robbing Peter to pay Paul. The Five of Pentacles can also talk about feeling on the outside looking in. Sometimes when we can be surrounded by people and still feel lonely. So, two aspects to think about there with the Five of Pentacles. Now, on this side of the Nine of Wands, we have the 8. Interesting to have the 8 and the 9. 8 of Wands, communication. Communication that's unexpected, that comes through quickly. Sometimes it can come from a distance. Maybe with communication coming through with the 8 of Wands, that might be why we're a little bit defensive or feeling the need to defend ourselves a little bit with this 9 of Wands. That although this 8 of Wands may be good communication, we also may be thinking, you know what? This may be somebody you've dealt with in the past. Somebody that there may have been some conflict with. So although it's positive communication coming through, you may be expecting there to be, you know, some conflict or arguments to come. Doesn't mean it's going to, but you're preparing yourself. 9 of Pentacles. As I said in your personal relationship reading, the 9 of Pentacles is a card of success. Of, you know, achieving success through your own efforts and hard work. So again, Aries, if there is a little bit of financial difficulty, don't worry, don't fret about it, don't overthink it, don't stress. Because there is success there with the 9 of Pentacles. You are successful. But everybody goes through these ups and downs when it comes to their money, their finances, yeah? So, you know, as I said, if that's what the 5 of Pentacles is talking about, it's never permanent. It's a temporary situation. Things will improve. Down here, we have the Hangman or suspended person in this tarot. So this is a card of being in limbo. Sometimes we choose to keep ourselves in this position. Sometimes we're restricted and we find ourselves in this position. The Hangman is the need sometimes for fresh insight or a change in our perspective. Maybe we need to change the way we are feeling about our situation. As I said, not to overthink, to realise our successes. Maybe the suspended person is showing up that if communication is coming through from somebody, at this time in September, we may need to not take any direct course of action. It might be to our advantage to just sit and wait and see how things are going to work out. Next to the Hangman, we have the Ace of Wands. Aces is potential new beginnings. The Wands is creative, is action, fire, passion, excitement. So it may be that we've been feeling restricted, maybe in terms of our work, our career. Yes, we might be successful in what we're doing, but we may feel an element of restriction in what we're doing. And we may find in September, with that Ace of Wands, that a new opportunity is being handed to us. Are we going to take it? The last card is the Lovers. Now, this can be a choice, a commitment. Yes, the Lovers can be about a personal relationship. I don't feel this aspect is talking about that. But maybe for some of you it is. Maybe that you've been doing fine on your own, Aries, with that Nine of Pentacles. And maybe you hear from somebody with this Eight of Wands. Somebody that made you feel left out in the cold. But the Lovers, as I said, choices, commitment. Is it showing up because we're going to be faced with a choice? Do we stay with our present job maybe? Do we accept, what's being offered to us, something new coming through? Even though up here is slightly heavy energy, again, I feel an element of excitement with this spread, with both. I think September is going to be a good, positive month for you, Aries, with new opportunities coming your way. Maybe some it is relationship, maybe some it's work. But good things coming through. Now, your card from the Psychic Tarot is a major, and it's hope. And this is equivalent to the Star card in the Rider-Waite Tarot. Sorry about that, Aries. My son walked into the room, so I just paused briefly. So the Hope card is the Star card. So look, the Star card is a lovely card. It can be that wish upon a star, so maybe a wish coming true in September. It can also be a card of healing, which the Four of Swords, that it can also touch on that. That, as I said, with the Three of Swords being in the Four of Swords, that maybe there is some sadness, some heartbreak. Maybe there is an element of you, if this is not talking about finances with the Five of Pentacles, that feels a little bit lonely, a little bit on the outside. But, it's not a permanent situation. It's going to change. Your card message from the Destiny card is journeys. So, journeys could mean that you're going to take, a literal journey, which, we did have the Chariot in your personal relationship part. But journeys can also talk about the journey that you're on. We're all on our own journey. And it may be here to suggest that the journey that you are on is your right journey. It's where you're meant to be at this time. And there's forward movement here for you. So Aries, a positive reading, a positive month, I think, coming up. Take care and thank you for watching. Bye.